Hi, this is the Hobbyist. Thanks for being here. Today I'm going to be unboxing and trying out this watercolor set that is made in Korea. This is the Mijello Gold Class Mission Watercolor Set. This is their artist grade set, and I believe they also have the student grade, which is the Mijello Silver. This is their 36 colors. It comes in 7 ml tubes. And over here, you can see the sticker of authenticity. I like that they are making it difficult for those people who are faking famous watercolor sets, to copy their product. Because I've heard that also for, let's say, Winsor and Newton, Cotman, there have been a lot of fake sets that are going around. So I'm glad that Mijello is aware and they are making it difficult for them to do that, right? So let's take a look at the back. So at the back, you can see the printed swatches and also the information of the pigments that are in this set, and it has the light fast rating, the transparency, if it's staining, the pigment, and also the code for this particular product. Let's open this. Ta-da! I love the color. And the case is quite big. Actually, let's measure it. I think this is about tiny ruler. I even have like 8, about 12.5 inches in length, and that have about 4 inches in width. So definitely not a travel set, but you can always pick any of the colors that you like here and put it in this thing, the half pans, to make it travel friendly. Okay, so the case is made of plastic, but it feels so sturdy, so tough. And I'm just worried about the hinges though. Not sure if there's a metal there or everything is plastic, because what happened to my other sets that are made of plastic, usually the weakest link is over here. Okay, let's open this. It's a lot of space for mixing here. And what's inside? We have this, more information about the company, and Mission Gold has 126 colors all in all. Oh, look at that. So amazing, so yummy. They even have the opaque Mission watercolors, right? Complete information. It also has 5 keywords, the standards of Mission watercolors. So finest quality, color uniformity, exceptional solvency, and they are, as it says in the box also, they are using non-toxic and non-chemical additives. It says here without gummy thickening agents, right? So we're expecting that this watercolor set will be vibrant. And also, this is good, they don't use cadmium in their products, and it's certified non-toxic, right? What else is here? You have, I think this is the same thing in other languages, which is good, very informative. Now we have this yummy colors. We have the neutrals here, we have the cool and the warm colors. 36 of them. Let's take a look. Sample. Ooh, tubes are metal also, which means that it will be easier to squeeze them out like up to the last drop, unlike plastic that usually would, like suck in the air back, and it's hard to um, really squeeze the pigments or the paint out. So this is nice. I love the color and the labels have different languages as well. It has all the information necessary, very information for us to know. And okay, so I usually love to do swatches, but this is, I feel this is the most number of colors I have in a set, so it will take time to do this. So what I'm going to do is that when I do the swatches for this one, I'll speed up the video and then tell you my thoughts later. Okay, so let's just put this aside and let's try to appreciate the huge palette that we have here. Okay, simple design, and you have 36 areas here. That is good. It's not flat, so you can actually put the colors here, and then it will separate the liquid from it, keep it cleaner, and then you have a lot of mixing areas here. Not sure if the paint will stick or it will bead when it's here. If we need to do some, if I need to roughen this up, but I've seen in other reviews that it's not so, but it's still good to try because I want to see it for myself. Right? Doesn't come with any brush. Okay, so that's it. Swatch time. This video is not sponsored, but if you want to try out any of the items that I have used here, just check out the video description. To make it more travel friendly, I transferred it to half pans and placed them in my metal palette set. Coming right out of the tube, it's easy to extract it, and so I just kept on putting dots over there. Like I said, this is the most number of paint that I have in a set, and it's pretty exciting. One thing I noticed is the vibrancy of the colors. So as you can see over here, you can see the difference between the yellows and the oranges there, and also even the blue ones. And the only thing that I noticed though among this set that isn't as much pigmented as how it looked like inside the tube was the Van Dyke Brown, which is this one, the third from the last, as you can see. Right? They are creamy and smooth, and after drying it up for some time, now this is testing the liftability, if I can lift them. And yes, they are liftable, but as you can see over here, there are so many paints that are actually staining. So you just have to note that thing down if you want to use it for some other purposes. For this second paint test, I will show you the failed first attempt later, but here I decided to use the Bao Hong 300 grams cold pressed paper, and there's a reason for that. Well, no, I will explain it later. But here, I really love the vibrancy of the colors and the ease of use when it comes to layering the colors. And I actually like the gouache feeling of this watercolor paint because yes, it's transparent, but if you keep on layering and layering, it can be opaque as well. So earlier I decided for blue sky, and then I changed my mind to make it even more dramatic and added some purples and other colors over there. this is the result. I had a good time using this, but as you can see, after some time, it's hard to manipulate the paint. There are some blooms over there, and it's hard to move it once it started to dry up and stain, but I still love it. Now we move on to the last part of my video. Every time I review a certain watercolor set, I do my personal ranking. And what it means is just that it's for me to keep track of my watercolor journey learning. And this is just based on my general experience in testing out and using the watercolor sets that I have. So since Mijello Mission Gold is a professional watercolor set, and so this is ranking on the professional watercolor sets that I currently have. And it's been a long while. The last one that I've made was a video of Sennelier. So if you watch that one and then watch this one, then you can follow through the ranking. And so this is for my number one. It's still Thai, Daniel Smith and Schminke Hardam Aquarel, just because of the general ease of use and the quality of paint, and also the vibrancy. I think I never had this is just like amazing experience every time I use it, and never have any issue. I can layer and layer. The only thing is that if you're on a tight budget, it's quite expensive. For me, I even had to buy Schminke the 24 set from Malaysia when my friend went there, and the others, like, I even have to order overseas because it's hard to find it from where I am. So that's just it, the price. But then again, with the kind of experience that you get from it, that I get from it, I think it's pretty much reasonable, right? So these two are still my current number one. And still on my current number two is this one. I really, really love Sennelier. Sennelier is different because of the honey binder. I still love the smell as well whenever I use it. It's just different. The way the paint would spread out, would disperse, would mix with the other colors. There's just some kind of smoothness that is different from the paint that is that has the gum arabic as its binder. So this actually, I use this more than this too. And also Sennelier is way cheaper than Daniel Smith and Schminke, especially if you buy them in tubes. And this is more available here in Thailand. So I don't have any problems replacing or topping up any tubes that I have emptied out. And you can see the vibrancy is also very nice. And the third one still is Holbein. It's also very much available here. Price-wise, it's cheaper than Sennelier. And as you can see here, the vibrancy is so nice. The ease of use also there, but it's a little bit staining as well. And I just love it. It's just that this is way better for me because of the honey, right? And the fourth is White Nights. If you've seen my video about this one, I really love the vibrancy as well, but I'm having issues with the consistency when it comes to the different pigments. It's kind of like you need to really take time to know which one would behave a certain way, because some are very, very hard to manipulate. You need to push them, which reminds me of actually when I was using the paint that we are talking about right now is actually Mijello Mission Gold it reminds me of White Nights because kind of have the same vibrancy, the same smoothness. Although White Nights also, it's hard to. I think it was the yellow ochre that was very hard to um, dissolve once it's hardened. And for this one, I really need to pre-wet the paint once it dried up to actually reactivate it. But once it's activated, there is no issue at all. The only thing here is that if you're the kind of your style is more of, you want vibrancy, a lot of vibrancy, and also staining colors, this might be for you. But for me, I think there are certain paintings that I would opt for this one. It's kind of feeling more like a gouache paint, um, transparent but kind of like gouache. It's hard to explain, but then again, that's how I feel about it. And as you can see here, I am not ashamed to show you the failed attempt. When I first used it, I wasn't expecting that it will be hard to push it or to disperse it, or maybe it's just the paper, but it's the same paper that I use for all my reviews, so that the outcome is kind of like there's a standard basis for it. So as you can see here, it's really hard for it to disperse. You need to push it a lot. You need to put a lot of water. So if you're gonna do that, you might opt to have like a thicker paper, so that you could absorb it. Which in the video I use the 300 grams thick, the Baohong paper. So, but still, even with that one, there are still some areas that is hard to push once they kind of dried up and they are staining as well. So, but one great thing about it is that this Mijello Mission Gold, 36 colors of 7 ml tubes, can get a lot of these colors with the price of Schminke 12 pens. So around the same price. Schminke 12 pens, 12 half pens actually. 12 half pens of Schminke here in Thailand is equivalent to the price of this Mijello Mission Gold with 36 colors. So if you want to try out another alternative for, you want to have a set of professional grade paint, watercolors, then with a lot of colors to choose from, then this might be for you. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching.